The budget today was both encouraging, partly expected, and partly unexpected. The expectation was that, as this government has done previously, continue the focus on development, infrastructure, growth, and to focus on all categories of citizens of the nation. Unexpected was nothing populist, considering that we are sitting at the edge of a large election coming up within the next few months. It was surprising that the government did not take the temptation. The good things were that despite a large spend of 11 lakh crores, the government has controlled and contained both the revenue deficit as also the fiscal deficit. It's a good sign, which shows that the revenue buoyancy is good, both with indirect and direct taxes, as we have seen. And at the same time, both savings have continued to remain healthy and consumption has gone up. The budget also encouraged not just growth from the public sector, but the private sector to come in, all the way from creating entrepreneurs of Anganwadis and Ashas to going to industry and saying, you need to step in and focus on the big areas of artificial intelligence, new technologies, space tech, etc. Putting in a large corpus to encourage innovation, research in new areas for startups, early stage companies, and for regular businesses. I also like that there's a big focus on the poor, on women, on farmers, while encouraging growth of sustainable systems and technologies. So solar energy, clean energy, transportation through the rails, as also telling the states, if you build infrastructure for tourism, we will support you with interest-free loans. I think this is phenomenal because it is critical for India's growth now, since we are the most populous country, and we still have a large number of people whose standard of living is below satisfactory. So it is not only the high growth numbers and GDP which are important, by the way, they are critical. And India has shown there is like an island of calm in an uncertain world today. So in that respect, we're doing a great job. But the budget showed something interesting, and I hope and believe it's also a trailer for what the government thinks is to come. One is it seems confident that it will read out the next budget and the budgets after that. So this seems like a continuation of the previous thinking. At the same time, the focus is on people and individuals, per capita incomes, people's personal quality of life. So encouraging people to take loans or to take new homes, including those who are living in juggees today. So this has been an interesting overall developmental budget, which has focused on keeping control on the fiscal deficit and revenue deficit while offering high growth, not taking the temptation to raise revenues through higher taxes. In fact, going a step further and saying the old tax disputes, especially for the smaller amounts, we will get out of the way so we can focus on growth, both for the tax department and for the assessees. So we can focus on the bigger numbers and focus on the future. So overall, I think it's a well-defined, well-rounded, and a clear indication that the government is interested in growing India into amongst the leading economies in the world. As the Prime Minister himself has talked of a developed India as an economy that will go from 3.7 trillion to 7.3 by 2030, which in itself is a phenomenal growth. Is growth of another India, is growth of another Europe within our current capacities. So we can look forward to sustained growth for the next 15 to 25 years. And that is important for all Indians to benefit and for India to be a truly developed nation.